All right, let's go see what SoCal Tint and 44 Industries has done to the TRX. What's happening? How you doing?
How we doing?
Better now.
Right on. Hey,
What's going on?
What's going on, Jay?
Mr. Rodriguez, how you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Good.
Here's your baby.
I know. All right, hey, so I'd like to get a tour before we take a look at the TRX and find out all the XPEL product you've put on it.
Yeah.
Give me a shop tour if you don't mind.
So
Let me sit down my backpack here. Do you mind?
got it, yeah.
All right, here.
So out here in the back, we have our Bronco that we just finally got back after 9 months from FabTech. So this I bought about 4 Broncos. 2 of them were for SEMA last year. We've done builds and co-builds with FabTech and
Dealing with Gary Woofter and Dave Winters over there?
Yeah, and then Adam also is my main contact.
Yeah, it's a
and
good
friend
crew over there.
too. Yeah, so been working with them for years. They've been building all my Jeeps and stuff with the development on that. And this one I really let them have for about 9 months.
Dang.
And just got it back Thursday. And
I gave you my TRX for a week, and I was already starting to sweat. They've had it for 9 months.
9 months, yeah. So they just developed everything that they could on this. Everything that Ford owners and Bronco owners were complaining about with the rack and pinions snapping under load, and just getting the suspension right. And we all know that FabTech just likes to really R&D stuff and make sure it's on point. So this is a 5-inch bolt onto the factory Sasquatch OEM suspension that comes on the Broncos. So
Okay.
like you'll get them on the FE or on the High and the Lux packages. So it's all bolt on, drop down carrier for all the axles and the drive shaft and everything like that. So in here I got another customer's car. We've had this for a while because this customer's decided to do a full wide body kit from Angry Acorn. Brand new 2022 WRX STI. I kind of grind my teeth when it comes to cutting brand new cars up and doing wide body kits, but we're working on that with them
So
right
you
now.
are way beyond just paint protection film. You're doing
Yeah.
body mods, you're doing suspension, all sorts of stuff here.
Yeah, so I've been in this industry for probably 25, 30 years. So
Okay.
this is my project car here, 66 Chevelle with a 468 big block motor. We'll just take a little peek at it.
Oh my Lord.
It was built by the previous owner, which is also a really good customer of mine, whose son's car is the WRX. So this car will stay in the family. I won't be selling it. Next project for this is we're going to rip out all this air suspension that's been put in here, get it out of the drag scene and put it into the street car, muscle car scene.
Brian, tell me about these lights I'm seeing up here. Lighting is critical, correct?
Yeah, lighting is very critical. Could the lighting be better in here? Yes, but what I did was I added LEDs across the wall along the back. This way, you don't just have light from straight above, but you get it at the angle so you can see the sides and the doors and stuff like that. Especially like when we're on the lift over here and we're doing paint protection film, or the guys are doing vinyl wrap. It gives them a little bit more lighting than just putting drop lighting in on the floors and stuff like that.
How do you determine how much of the vehicle you want to disassemble? Like when you're getting a wrap, if I'm getting a full color change wrap, which I know we're not talking about today, but you'll pull off the door handles, you'll pull off the wheel moldings, all those things. When you get into paint protection film, how does that differ? Where are the XPEL's patterns? Do they allow you to just put it over and the door handles and not remove them? Like, walk me through that.
Let's walk outside. I believe I have a vehicle that's still here that we just did a full body wrap. Hopefully it is still here. Yes, it is. So we have a 22 black Model S plaid that we just did a full body on. And I will go through what is needed to do on these vehicles. So this car right here is full body. We did the XPEL XUP Ultimate Plus on here. So headlights, bumper, everything is done. So you got, on these vehicles, you don't technically have to take apart too much. it all comes into getting that stuff fully custom if you're going to get real custom. But since these door handles and everything fold in, it's not necessary. We don't like to take cars apart unless we talk about it with the customer, we get some approval, and we go from there. Because some cars you don't want to take them apart because they're brand new. You're always
all those little plastic Christmas trees break, you know.
Exactly.
And then you've got to source them. And some of these cars are brand new. You're working on 22. You may not be able to get those clips.
Yeah, correct. Let's walk around over here. We'll do the PPF film right around the side marker here. Now on these Teslas, we don't like to remove these. They're very flimsy. The clips can break. So we'll do a pre-cut pattern. The XPEL software is amazing. Trust it. So once we've done that, you can't see any of the edges or where the cutout is. You can't see any of the seams, right? Any of the edges of the film right here. We roll over everything as best.
This is amazing. So guys, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but my eyes are 10 inches from this piece right here, and I can't see the seams. That's bonkers.
So this is our GraphTech plotter. This is where we cut all our patterns off of. This is our computer.
I like how it's nice and icy in here.
We got to keep the film at room temperature or below. So this is my desk away from everything else.
Rams fan.
Our world champion Rams right there. I'm a bit of a collector when it comes to
oh my lord
toys.
Why are you not at Comic-Con right now?
That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
I have a full-size Watto from.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is I guess the trauma room. This is where we try and make the magic happen. We do the scheduling. You can see the scheduling on the calendar right there. Okay, that's enough. More collection. More collection of my Star Wars stuff. Helmets for the track.
You are a man after our own hearts.
Yeah.
At the Truck Show Podcast, I will tell you right now.
You
are our people.
I'll tell you, growing up, single mom, Dad was around, but Vietnam kind of screwed with him a little bit, but he's still around, been around, tries to do the best he can. But Mom raised me, my sister, my stepbrother, and so we came from having no money to getting a little bit of money, and then as an adult you get a little bit of adult money, and all this stuff happens. So, but I take good care of my stuff because it's good to learn the value of a dollar.
This is Chris. What's happening, Chris? Nice to meet you.
Chris does detailing. He's got a small owned business called Honey Wash.
Honey Wash?
Yeah, Honey Wash detailing. So he does like paint correction, polishing. He does ceramic coating. So he's here today helping me out doing the ceramic coating on your vehicle.
Nice. Thank you for the help.
There, no problem, man.
All right.
TRX.
So yeah, tell me about. Let's walk over here and tell me about paint correction, because one of the things that we had talked about the XPEL guys when we had them on the phone, is that it's all about the prep, right? Before you put the film on. It's kind of like, you can put makeup. You can put makeup over an ugly face, but it's still just an ugly face under there, right?
100%.
You gotta fix the skin first.
Exactly. So what you got to do is do some paint correction. And what that's going to do is going to remove any blemishes or any swirl marks in the paint. And of course, you got the paint protection film, so we went ahead and paint corrected it, and then thrown paint protection film on top. And like you said it best. You have to fix what's under before we put protection on top. So that's a little. Get up on paper.
Is it like, are you using clay bar or what are you doing?
So what we do first is we're gonna clay bar it. So like you said, it's all about the prep. We wash it, clay it, and then we go ahead and go through different stages of polishing. You're gonna go ahead and go with a compound first, and then a polish, and then maybe a lighter polish if it needs it. So it could go either 1-step correction, 2-step correction, or even if you really want to go for that really professional grade, you could go with a 3-step paint correction.
And what did this require? This truck had 205 miles on it, I think, when we dropped it off.
This just goes for a 1-step paint correction. This is a brand new truck, so it really didn't need much.
Are you seeing vehicles in here that need that 3-step, that really have a lot of contaminants in the paint?
You know what? Luckily here we deal with a lot of 1-step or 2-step. Out on the field, sometimes we do get 3 steps if it's an older model, or maybe if they have a Chevelle and they want to come out to a show and they just want their car really pristine, you're gonna go with the 3-step.
So we did the XPEL XR Plus film. We went semi-conservative because we're going to off-road. We like to have visibility. The great thing about the XR Plus ceramic film is you don't have to sacrifice going darker to achieve more heat rejection. So with that said, we did a 70% over the back and on the panoramic roofs, and also on the windshield on the two front doors we did a 20, and this way you have a nice like even balance. Then we wrapped after we did the paint correction, a little polish, we did full body in the XPEL Fusion Plus. So what's awesome about this film is you can see it looks wet as if we've ceramic coated it already, but it's already got the ceramic coating built into the top coat here. So we got all this done, we let it settle, and then it took us about 2 days to do this, and then we just touched it up on day 3 and go through it.
All right, so you guys see this here. You've got the factory matte black decal on the hood, all right? But right here, about 0.5 millimeter away, is the seam for the XPEL paint protection film. And you can't even pick this up on camera. It's so close. Like, I can feel it, but you can't see it. It's just, he did such an amazing job right here. Between the pattern and Nick, their installer, it's just, I'm so blown away.
We detailed it again this morning, and then we went through all the ceramic coating for all the plastic, for all the trim, so it doesn't get beat up in the sun. Dirt.
So let me pause you there. A lot of people don't know that you can ceramic coat plastic, right?
Correct, yeah. A lot of people only know that, oh, just ceramic coat my paint. The advantage of doing the plastic is that you won't get a lot of hard water spots. It will protect a lot better against sun fading, even a little bit of off-road and stuff, and it makes it a lot easier to clean. And that's what the ceramic coating is designed to do.
Brian, talk me through the edges and how the XPEL doesn't peel up and why it doesn't peel up. And also, let's discuss yellowing, because I think Holman, my co-host, is concerned about yellowing like the days of old, right?
Yeah, the days of old. So let's get into it right away. So I'm going to show you this door. So part of some of the tips and technique and also for you, technology is advanced and changed. Yellowing's a thing of the past with most films. We all know there's different materials out there, but once you've applied your film, once this paint protection is on, and you need to seal the edges. Edges always need to be sealed, especially on the doors, the spots that get the most wear and tear, the most use, and that's going to be in the doors. Besides it feeling real slippery from the ceramic base on the Fusion Plus, this is what we have to do. So the film comes around, it's dried, and then once it's dried, we check it again and we run that edge and make sure that everything has been tacked, even down to where it pinches and the weld comes over. So this is where craft and technique comes in, and we're going to taper that and make sure that it's just around the edge of this frame here, so that you don't get anything caught here. Same thing with the bottom, even the bottom. We're going to roll this bottom up and over. So this helps prevent from the old style that we may all know about, where we only went right to the edge, about maybe an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch from the edge, and then it would get dirt, or you would see the seam, especially on white. Now, black and white cars are very meticulous, so you want to make sure that you're getting everything wrapped and over on the edge there so that you don't see it. Same thing, these patterns are impressive, the way XPEL does their data and their software, and it goes perfectly around this door handle. Okay, and we're going to come up over here to the fender real quick. I'll show you how here on the fender how this comes right to the edge of the plastic, and it folds in, and it folds right to the edge here.
So, edges handled, not going to come up.
Nope.
And yellowing is the thing of the past.
Thing of the past.
All right.
You really won't get any yellowing from anything. Everybody's got pretty much a better top coat, better construction on the raw materials now, and you won't see that unless it's coming from a cheap white label box of a no brander. So
And the XPEL, I would assume, being impregnated with ceramic coating is next level.
Yeah, so the Fusion Plus has been new thing for the market, and it's actually going to start getting pushed a lot more here in our store, so that we don't have to do a two-step where the customer is getting the paint protection film and then adding the ceramic coating later. Now we can upgrade them and put them into the Fusion Plus and put it all in one package.
I love how you did these, the pillars right here, right? The B pillar, because these normally get chalky over time, right?
Correct. They get chalky, they look dry, or, from washes, stay away from hard water, will leave stains. So we've ceramic coated these as well with the Fusion product, as well as the mirror caps and all the plastic here and the fender wells here on all the sides. So we have XPEL's Fusion wheel and caliper formula, and what I'm going to do is pour that into our Grec airbrush gun. The benefit of the airbrush gun is that you can use less fluid if you're putting it onto a sponge, and disperse more because you're spraying it evenly. So I'll give you a little sample here. That's the ceramic coating coming out.
You're wasting money right there,
Wasting
friend.
money. So I'm gonna just do this real quick, and then I'm gonna hand this over to Christian so you can see what we're doing here. So we're just gonna spray all inside, getting all the cracks around the lugs. We should have a mask on, by the way, for safety. But that's just an example of what this does, and then we'll let it sit on there, and then we'll wipe it right off.
Has anyone stolen your technique?
I don't think so.
I'll see, wipe it off that quickly.
Yeah, you don't have to leave it on too long. Just let it flash for about 10-15 seconds. And there you go. So this will take us a little bit more time to settle and soak in. And then once it does, it's just super silky. So if you feel this and then you run your hand back here, you'll feel the difference right now.
So this is stock,
Yeah.
and this is XPEL. Oh yeah. Realize you guys can't see that on camera, but you have to take my word for it that this has, you can feel a little porosity here. And then here, it's just, you don't feel, it's like it's sealed. All the porosity has been sealed. Huh. Wow, it's wild. All right, Brian, so I'm stoked. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in here.
Can't wait to go get it dirty and then wash it off.
Yeah, it was a pleasure working on your rig.
Awesome.